Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Baba Ba'Shem, Rakar Kadash, Salakia. Double honors to the elders, apostles, a great millstone, pushing his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a quick sit-down lesson in news on this Monday morning, December the 13th, 2021. And I'm bringing this news article out. And this was recently. It says Australia and South Korea signs a historical defiant defense agreement. And it says Australian Prime Minister and Scott Morrison and South Korean President Moon Jae-in have signed a defense deal worth $1 billion in Australian dollars as the two countries marks its 60th year of diplomatic relations. And it says South Korea and Australia have signed a nearly $700 million defense deal on Monday during the South Korean President Moon Jae-in's visit to the country. Under the agreement, it says South Korean Defense Company Hanwha will provide the Australian Army with equipment like artillery, weapons, supplies, and vehicles and radars. And it says the deal is worth the deal was worth $1 billion Australian dollars, which is 717 million and 635 million in their country of South Korea. Is the largest defense contract between Australia and an Asian nation, local media reports. To strengthen diplomacy, the contract that we'll have signed, it says the contract that we signed today, I think speaks volume about what we believe are the capabilities of the Korean defense industry. And Australian Prime Minister Morrison says the new defense contract is expected to create close to 300 jobs in Australia, where a division of Hanwha operates. The agreement was signed as Moon was the Australian Capital Territory on a 4-day visit. Marks the 60th anniversary of the deployment of the diplomatic relations between the two countries. The two leaders agrees to upgrade the former ties between South Korea and Australia to a comprehensive strategic partnership. So, I was reading this article right here. They signed a historical defense deal between South Korea and Australia, And I'm going to bring this because I believe the United States and Great Britain and Australia signed a defense bill, I would say, about a few months back. In Beijing, they wasn't too pleased with it. So, you still got tensions between, Beijing and Australia. In Australia, they've been signing deals with with their allies lately, you know, for the past couple of months until now, they signed that historical deal, that defense deal with South Korea, and they have been having diplomatic ties for a very long time. So they wanted to upgrade their ties, and they signed that historical deal. So throughout 2021, it's been all out. These nations are developing their military artillery and their military defense, and they spending a lot of money on their military aid and defense, so they can get fully equipped to protect their respectable countries and their allies. And that's when that tension then again you got the tensions boil up between these other nations as well too. You still got the tension still expanding going on between Iran and Israel, and Iran and United States see if they can get back on the 2015 nuclear deal, which I highly doubt, because United States keep on putting economic sanctions on them, and Israel was very heavy pleased that Israel was heavily pleased that the United States went more aggressive on Iran. They trying to force them and push them to get back into the nuclear deal. And Iran wants the United States to lift up all the economic sanctions on their country, which I highly doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. So these are the signs of times that we are living in. Like I mentioned before, South Korea and Australia signed that huge military defense deal. That's helped build up their military artillery for both countries and their long-term diplomatic ties, long partnership partners and long-term diplomatic allies as well too, And I'm gonna bring it out again for edification's sake. Well, I meant to say I'm gonna bring the scripture out for the first time. I meant to say this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. For nations shall rise against nations, because these nations, even though they be allies with each other, to go against the other groups of different nationalities and races of people as well too, in their respectable military factors. That's why you've been seeing the build up of the militaries in these other countries, and how they spent money financially on these militaries, to build up their nuclear arsenal and build up their military as well too. That's why they spend all that money on the military arsenal and military build up as well too amongst all these other nations. That's why you see the nations arise against nations and the kingdom against kingdoms. These different kingdoms against each other as well too. And there shall be famines, the continuing of famines, the increase of that in around the world. As you see that as well too, and the pestilence, many different diseases, and there was another one. I think it been around for a while, and it was kind of new to me. I was hearing like monkey pots, some type of pestilence or something like that. It's a new disease, even though it was my first time hearing it, and I was looking at some YouTube, and it showed that it was this guy talking about it. I was like monkeypox. I'm like, what the hell is that? So that was a new type of pestilent disease be on your body and stuff like that. It's It's kind of similar to chickenpox, but it's called monkeypox on a person's body. So that's it's kind of weird, but those type of examples of pestilence as well too. You're gonna see an increase of those as well too in these last days, as this new disease is. That's why these countries in the uproar and potential lockdowns again, and they recommend the people to take the waters and these different other various of waters as well too. Then you got that, and then you got the earthquakes in diverse places around the world. You see many different earthquakes as well too around the world, and you're starting to see more increase of that in these last days as well too. But other than that, that's all I wanted to bring out with this news article right here about Australia and South Korea signing this deal right here. And so with that, I would like to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Barakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, great millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching his word truthfully, faithfully, strongly, and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom.